Manchester United have got through the Europa League quarter-final tie. Somehow we've managed to scrape through 1-0 from a Bruno Fernandes penalty in extra time. Now, we put a strong team out tonight, and that was fucking bullshit from Manchester United. I mean, there was a few changes from what you would consider a full-strength Manchester United lineup. We put Romero in goal, Eric Bailly instead of Lindelof, which would probably be, and Luke Shaw would probably be in instead of Brandon Williams for our full-strength defence. And then Fred was in for Matic, which would then probably put our full-strength midfield. But besides that, Manchester United had the full first-team players out that you would say are the best players at Manchester United. And although we've had a lot of attempts on goal this evening, we've created way more chances than them. Manchester United have not been good enough, and we should have put these to the sword. The Copenhagen were not good enough for me, and they didn't deserve anything from this game. I don't think they've had a single actual shot on fucking target, barely. They've had a few half chances, which have been a few hairy moments, but Manchester United have obviously started this game. First half an hour and 40 minutes of this game, we were absolutely fucking abysmal. To be honest, we never really got going. I mean, we've had that great shot from Greenwood, which unfortunately he was offside, but I mean, we have hit the post woodwork two or three times in this game as well, and the keeper has pulled off some saves. So on another day, we could have won this comfortably, but still, Manchester United have not been good enough in this game. There's been too many poor performances out there from me this evening. Marcus Rashford wasn't good enough this evening, not at all, and I'm surprised he managed to stay on past the end of normal time ahead of Mason Greenwood, but that is only due to the fact that Greenwood's still only 18, and Rashford's going to have to improve if we do bring Jadon Sancho, and he definitely is. All three of them are going to have to step their game up next season to a whole new level to keep their place in the first team. It will keep them all on their toes. But, I mean, Fred had a few nice moments early on, but a horrendous mistake nearly cost Manchester United that first half. And to me, just isn't good enough for Manchester United. Hasn't been good enough. And this isn't a game against top opposition. We're going to come up against these type of teams in the Champions League group stage next season. And I was wary of this when Manchester United got into these latter stages, with only games being over one leg, with how Manchester United were going to cope in a neutral ground against teams over one leg, because these underdogs on a one-off game can cause you problems. And defensively, the Manchester United have struggled to break this defence down this evening. They've obviously not really offered a lot going forward, because, to be honest, they haven't got the quality of players that Manchester United have got going forward. Our front five is so much better. Although Paul Pogba was too deep this evening, but certainly our front four is way better quality than anything that they've got going forward. No disrespect to Copenhagen, but their forward line is nothing compared to Manchester United's. But on one given day, away from home, in a neutral ground, any of these underdogs can cause you problems, and that has been the case this evening. I mean, taking it to extra time is a bit of a joke from Manchester United, but if this had been over two legs, I would have expecting Manchester United to batter this shit 3 or 4-0 at least at home, and then maybe even draw the game away, or maybe even lose. But to be honest, we would have gone through easily if it had been over two legs. I'm sure of it. We would have hammered him in one of the games, certainly, and then gone through. This team doesn't have the quality, which is a worry, because Manchester United have really got to step their game up in that next game, whether it's Seville or Wolves. If we play like this and squander chances and squander shit against Wolves or Seville, we're going out of this competition. And this is a competition right there for Manchester United to go and see this off and win. It is a competition well in Manchester United's grasps. I mean, there are two difficult teams for Manchester United to beat, probably, if Seville get through, and Inter Milan, who are going to be a difficult animal for Manchester United. But we've really got to step our game up in that next game. Put some chances away against Seville, because you're not going to get the amount of chances that we've created. I mean, we've even created a lot. I'm looking at the stats tonight, and I'm baffled, considering how poor Manchester United have been this evening, in my opinion, that we still created enough chances and had a decent amount of chances on target this evening, which on another day maybe we would have won 3 or 4-0, but we've still got to improve. Towards the end of the season, we started to tail off, and even the likes of Bruno Fernandes weren't at it again this evening. I know he did get the penalty, but wasn't at it enough this evening, and it was disappointing. But the problem is, when players like the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford aren't performing on the night, you're looking at your bench, and there is just not enough on the bench for Manchester United. And some people thinking that with Martial, Rashford and Greenwood being in so good form this season for Manchester United that we don't need Sancho to come into Manchester United. We'll look at that tonight. I mean, who are you bringing off the bench to bring Marcus Rashford off when he's having a stinker? I mean, honestly, there is fuck all to bring off the bench. There really is. You're bringing on a 2-year-old Juan Mata who did all right when he come on, but Jesus Christ, you're bringing him on to try and save you against Copenhagen. I mean, Jesus Christ, fucking hell. What are we doing, Manchester United? Anyway, we've got through anyway, so it doesn't matter. We fucked it up against Celta Vigo a few years ago under Jose Mourinho and still managed to get through. A bit hairy there, so it's reminiscence of that, but it doesn't matter as long as you're in the hat for the next round. No one remembers the team that played poorly against Celta Vigo because Manchester United went on and won the tournament in the final against Ajax. But we can't perform like this again in the next round. We really can't, or we will be going home, or in the final. We've got to win this competition. It's there for the taking. Solskjaer's first trophy as manager has got to happen this time around. If it doesn't, it's going to be a really disappointing season for me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. Do you think we should make some changes for that next game against Seville or Wolves on Friday? Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. And also hit the share button if you're watching this on Facebook, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.